Let me work my magic.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. How much farther can I go?
Lightly does it.
No one's stopped me yet. Quite some valuable knowledge hidden between these pages. Time to press ahead.
Let us show them how it's done. Time has not hardened my hands just yet.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Leroican.
Better than kicking it down.
Let's get going.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Do what must be done. A curious vault. Given what is sold freely above, it must be quite a thing they keep under lock and key below. Got it.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
I've got a long road ahead.
Work to be done. Someday I will sit down. Such authority. What have we got? Just a little further.
Unlock hereby the path to the Elminster Vault.
A harper must sometimes invite herself in.
Still breathing, despite everything.
So I gave away my memory necromancy Thay to the mirror. I shouldn't be able to do
The
this,
book
right?
radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
It's gonna be a hard roll. Are the rolls easier maybe if I have the original knowledge? Might be the key case. I don't remember it being really hard when I did it on the one playthrough.
The book The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. The book radiates power, but the words you read in the codex echo in your mind,
Being 18 or
guiding
higher.
your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it. The book radiates power,
Well, one's
but
not
the
a good...
words you read in the codex echo in your mind, guiding your eyes safely across the page. The once indecipherable glyphs now feel dangerously familiar, promising unholy power to those who can take it.
Okay, bro. Statistically, I should have gotten an 8 higher by now. Get rid of them.
The book
There we go.
radiates power, but as you pass the strange glyphs, you can feel the book resisting. Ghostly voices whisper at you from the dark, probing and fighting your mind. But your will is iron, and you brush past these shades of the past, devouring every secret the book has to offer. You see now life and death are malleable as clay, to be bent and reshaped by your will, by your power. But as you close the book, a nagging doubt whispers in your mind. What consequences will there be for calling the dead from their rest?
Hey, I got it.
This ought to be good.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
The work is never done. Aye, aye.
unlock hereby the path to the Carsus Vault.
All right, what now? Swift as my feet can carry me. A book on Netherese magic. Gale may like to know.
Was this Debo? I'll just send you back to the beginning. Doesn't seem very loaded in.
Call and I answer. Let's see.
These things have stayed interesting. Boots have seen everything.
Whatever it takes. There.
Never a dull moment.
The Annals of Carsus. The preamble to a civilization's downfall, committed to parchment by the very hand that wrought its destruction. The truth of the crown, I hope. All that stands between us and enlightenment is the turn of a page. This isn't what I expected. This is much more. And this is no mere journal. It contains Carsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Carsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. Worse, it could be the best thing that ever happened to me. To us.
Slip of the
Just
tongue
think of
there.
it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. Some gods may delude themselves into believing they care about their worshippers. But when it comes down to it, we're all expendable. Children to be appeased, not respected. I worshipped Mistra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Carsus's successor.
So I kind of half agree with him. I'm not a big fan of deities and worship in general, but feels like Asterian power hungry to the point of downfall.
Perhaps they deserve to be challenged. Perhaps you and I deserve better than to live and die as their pawns. Ambition is not a sin. To question the powers that rule us is not treason. We must at least try. Why wallow in the dirt when we can reach for the stars?
I kind of agree with him. Ambition in and of itself is not a sin. It's how you go about that ambition. Who stands to get hurt by it if he fails like this? Two or four.
I'm glad you can recognize this for the opportunity it is. Nevertheless, not a step to take lightly. It's our future that I'm thinking of. Can't rely on anyone else to do it for us. For now, we've learned all we can. Here's your tome back. It proved to be even more valuable than I ever could have imagined. For both of us.
A welcome face. Leave Aelin to her sorrow. Likely the wizard only reminds her of all the other fools past and present who have sought to use her.
I think I got a slip of paper from someone on these things. Posted. B1. My inventory is getting out of control here.
Lovely doing this. For now.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it. Very well.
Can we go to an outside one? We have the ability to go to camp here. I should go to camp looking for a cleanse scroll.
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Cassos' pestilent crown, the very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience.
Wow, I didn't even know this questline existed.
Mistra's willing to speak to me again? Was this your doing, Elminster?
She knows what I see in you, just as I know what she sees in you. I was not born an old man. I know all too well what it's like to have a goddess fill your heart with longing. Looking at you is like gazing into a mirror that shows centuries long past.
The past is the past, Elminster. And the future is, well, still to be decided. By me. Not by Mistra.
If there is another way, I trust you can find it. It is not in your nature, or mine, to stop looking, to accept the first answer to any dilemma. Do what you can. Put that mind to work. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I've often asked myself the same question, and never really found a satisfactory answer. He clearly sees something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently. I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing. So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it.
That is actually a little suspicious.
The Weave is a highly sensitive, magical network threaded through all life on this plane. Any shift in magical energy, no matter how small, is akin to a beacon, alerting Mistra to its cause. Opening a book, like the Annals of Carsus, was akin to us shooting a firework spelling, "Look at us, Mistra," directly into the skies of Elysium. She knows. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. Very well. But it does not serve us to tarry when a summons from the heavens is waiting.
Oh, what? This one's lit up. Touch this one.
looking ahead. Breathe deep and move.
Come, laggards. There is still enough to be done this day.
Wait, what happens if she casts silence down?
How high?
It did nothing. That was kind of a good idea, right?
Let's get this over with. Best be on my way.
At your command.
No time to rest. If not over, then through.
I'll leave this guy at the one that's...
You've wandered into a forbidden area.
Don't waste a step.
wonder if this is worth the cost. Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
See? Lightning vulnerability.
A rough tempest I will raise. Shall be done.
Victory awaits. Still standing, no matter what you heard. For the fallen.
What?
I go hunting.
Looks like this is gonna be on Gale.
The lance board is set. Step to it.
I'm fury. I am death. Onward.
Blood comes easy these days.
What's going on here? Why aren't they? Are they? And it's just.
can't always be a gentleman. Of course.
Time to strike for the fallen.
A tale for the ages.
Can't slow down.
I don't understand what's going on here. gotta pee. I'll be right back. Maybe Gale can do this. Okay, he's got +9, and he only needed 11, and I'm rolling 10s and 11s after the +9. I call them fucking shenanigans.
To new horizons. Most excellent.
Oh wow. When and concentrating and spellcasting. Armor class +2.
find my step.
We're back.
Nature's servant awaits.
Salutations. May it please, Mistra.
All right, what now?
Welcome back, dear patron. Let your knowledge...
It'd be your body. You'd make the rules.
Need to find a way forward.
Ally mine, we are reunited once more. I was just regaling sweet Isabel with tales of our prowess.
Very impressive. Thank you for helping Aelin. That wizard sounded absolutely dastardly.
There are always more bastards behind bastards. But we will run through them all, each by each. Enjoy the spoils of your victory. Spin memories of Leroican's death in your mind like silk.
Why is she
threads.
sad from killing him, though?
My darling, we must inform our friend of our news.
Indeed. I've scouted a Selûnite enclave outside the city. They faced the Absolute's armies and come out battered and bruised. Aelin and I will go to them, provide what help we can.
But fear not. When the time comes for you to face the foe of foes, Isabel and I will stand by your side.
We wouldn't miss it. Not for anything.
Go well, friend. We will see you soon. And with our great powers combined, this city will be saved.
Aw. I lost Paladin Angel Lady. My camp is getting smaller and smaller.
That pointy-headed old fart talks too much. But he has also moved mountains, walked between plains, and dragged himself back from death a dozen times. If he still believes in Gale, the boy should not be overly concerned what his ladylove thinks. Goddess or no.
The mother of all magic, they say. Let us hope Mystra brings Gale good fortunes.
Oh, she's a mind flayer head here.
Mystra wants to meet Gale. Impressive. The only thing a god's ever offered me is a cold shoulder. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how. All right. Anything more we should discuss?
Poor Gale. I hope he knows that a goddess abandoning him needn't be the end. I know from experience.
I couldn't help overhearing what Elminster said to Gale. Not every day a god asks for a chat.
Hey, maybe I'm invited too. I can be the muscle.
What's on your mind? How can I help?
Charmed, I'm sure.
No one's stopped me yet.
Go to her shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle.
Moving in.
What do you got to say now, dude? Will is so bugged for me.
Let's talk.
Got nothing to say. Shadowheart, Nate.
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom of that decision. I'll be here.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious. Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. All right.
Put some clothes on, you harlot.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you're sure. Fine.
I said put some clothes on, your harlot, as I walk around in just my undies at nighttime.
What's on your mind? We're...
Yes? Work to be done.
Yes? With ease.
Always nice to be wanted. Nod and smile.
What to do?
Let me guess, you need something.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Right on my feet.
Watch your elders and learn. On my way.
My love.
Let's see. Let's see.
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected. The only thing you've managed...
How did they see me?
Never wanted the easy path.
Invisibilis.
Let me introduce myself. I am Roland, the new ruler of Ramazith's Tower. All deals and sales made under previous ownership will be honored. I hope you enjoy this curated selection of goods for all your magical needs. I didn't quite catch that. What did you say? Take your time.
Okay, that's kind of busted. Find that. This is also busted for a bard or a charisma click.
Thank you.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What path lies before me?
There's not much left. Looks like folks heard the Absolute was on the march and bought everything that wasn't nailed down.
Mother's leaf. Oh, God. One moment. I'm trying to work out how...
Would you mind if I finished browsing before you muscle in? Oh, well, it's too late for that now, Mr. Teddy.
Excuse me, can't stop.
As long as Lord Portash hasn't gotten into it.
You're a fellow bargain hunter, I see. The hidden gems here are far better value than the rare books Tolna keeps locked behind the desk.
Literature department. Can I help you? Shh. These books are sensitive.
Seems kind of loud around here for them to be so sensitive.
Quiet reverence. Who now? Oh, Roland. I leave him alone, he leaves me alone. That's all there is to it, I'm happy to say. Bold. You might have heard that our library has a collection other shops would lack the skill to curate. Between us, even Master Leverokan was reluctant to house them in his tower. The pen is mightier than the magic wand, apparently. They're locked away here for their and our customers' safety. Our finest reserve includes the Tharkiot Codex, the Annals of Karsus and Netherese Folly, Sites of the Sealy, and the Curriculum of Strategy. Do any of those interest you? Its author was a spectacularly talented halfling. She was, allegedly, able to establish contact with members of the Sealy court. Can you even imagine what wonders the Fey Pantheon might have revealed? Oh, incredible. You've heard about the Red Knight, I trust? Devout strategist made exile
I read that one.
This treaty is a compilation of her own design, kept here on the material plane for the benefit of us. It is said to be written great.
I can't explain now, but it's very...
The Annals of Karsus would no doubt have much to say about the Crown's...
Buy? Consider yourself lucky to have learned of such a book's existence, and then forget about it. The Annals of Karsus.
Welcome.
How can I help you? What would you like to know?
Talona may prefer to whisper, but it's her silence now speaking volumes. These books will never be for sale.
I simply must have it.
Resurgence. I can tell you're a discerning customer. Apologies. I'm with a customer at the...
Do you think that zombie looks fresh? Is fresh good?
Wait, isn't she the lady
never
from the
know zombies.
Charez Caress? She looks just like her.
The lava elemental looks at you placidly. Yeah.
Have you seen how much the prices have risen?
I want a pet elemental.
The water elemental appears to turn towards you.
It's Leah.
Heard you put that prick, Leroican, in the... Thank you. For having Roland's back.
Where's their brother? Oh, there he... Cal.
Have you seen this place? I think it goes without saying that you have a room here.
Yeah, except that people kicked me out of the room downstairs.
I knew Leroican amassed knowledge like a dragon with its hoard, but... And the tower itself has a cannon! The sheer power is mind-boggling. Indeed. I must still figure out its intricacies, but I study and catalogue it. Leroican barely knew his alphabet. Then share it with the realms. After all, it does little good collecting dust in an old tower.
Some time since I stood before her.
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need.
Sounds like a made-up character.
Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls. Of course, my child, within limits. Behold my wares.
Wow, those are crazy good.
You have come far, I perceive. Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
Indolence breeds madness.
I've got a long road ahead.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
No, I can't feel shit.
Gale's right.
Oh, maybe I
The
can.
air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well? Are you composing a poem in your head or some such?
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm gonna have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mistress show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
I wonder what's going on. Do I get to watch it?
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
She's surprisingly more reasonable than I figured, to be honest. From her perspective, I can definitely see how it's an issue to have the direct weave being consumed.
I had no idea. Do you realize what this means? The orb is no stray piece of ordinary magic. It is something entirely different. The nascent form of a new divine power. Of course, I couldn't control it. I was mortal. But once I reforge the crown, the power of a god will be mine to command.
Sound like a Astarion.
The orb will answer to me. Evil is a reductive term. Too often used to dismiss choices the observer lacks the imagination to understand. Let me assure you, Karsite Weave has no more inherent evil to it than a child in the womb, or an axe half forged on the blacksmith's anvil. It is a tool, ready to be shaped by its wielder, by me. And you know me to be someone of reasonably sound moral judgment, don't you? But they didn't. I always thought it was a miracle that I survived, but I'm starting to wonder if there was more to it. What if it chose me? Precisely. What better person to wield Karsus' magic than one who is unafraid to pursue his ambition? Gods and mortals be damned. Think about it. The crown of Karsus, the Netherstones, the Karsite Weave. No more than a tadpole's breadth from being reunited. This is my chance to get back everything that was taken from me. Everything Mystra denied me. And once I have it, I can forge a better world. Be a better god. I want you to help me. Well then, what more is there to discuss? All we need to do is stay focused on the task at hand. Defeating that Elder Brain. After that, you can leave the rest to me.
I do not trust Mystra to do right with the crown. But I think I trust Gale even less. He must give it to her when the time comes, or his lust for power might well consume him.
I kind of agree with Lae'zel on this one. Although I don't know if giving the crown. I don't know. It's. Don't agree with either.
Far from me to judge Gale for playing coy with Mistra, but I will not be cleaning up whatever mess she makes of him for it.
Another step forward.
Holy literature. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm calling it for now. Have fun, make good choices.